Next stop, Spiez.
So now we're all settled in. We took some time to just explore around our area of Ringgenberg, which was so beautiful. I mean, literally just right outside of where we're staying, there's this old church that we could walk to the top of, and the views, I mean, honestly, breathtaking. So we decided to come back into Interlaken. It's a really quick bus. It only takes about 8 minutes from where we are. And just to get some food and to get acclimated with everything going on here, I think the first thing we're gonna do, since we're kind of running out of time, the one thing with the bus, we have to be back by 8 o'clock, otherwise we're walking back. And that's probably an hour walk. That does not sound fun to me, especially in the dark. So the first thing we're gonna do is check out the funicular. There it is again, the funicular. But a pretty cool funicular actually that goes through a tunnel in the mountain, and it's gonna be a really nice view of everything around here. And then for dinner tonight, we have a very special surprise.
To the right is the base of the funicular called Kulm. This is probably one of the best views you can get in the city of Interlaken. There's also an option to hike up, but from what I've read, it is not very easy at all. I mean, this mountain looks so steep, and it would take about 2.5 hours. So with our limited time today, we're gonna take the funicular up to the top. Our ticket to the top.
The way the funiculars work is actually kind of interesting. They kind of counterweight each other, like the two cars, one going up, one going down. So it's actually a really low power way.
Really safe and really sustainable.
And a lot of distance covered. 8 minutes and we're all the way up here.
There is some blue skies peeking through over to the east here, so maybe some of these clouds will break up.
We are considering coming back maybe when it's completely sunny and no clouds, because usually you can see all of the peaks in the distance. But I do have to say, on the bright side, seeing these gray clouds in the distance is actually really cool. The way that they kind of bounce off of the top of the mountains, and that's just stuff we usually don't see. I mean, we live nowhere near any mountains. I mean, look at this. This is the Alps with clouds bouncing off the top of the mountains. Just so stunning.
So the reason people come up here is because there's a restaurant at the top of this mountain and an observatory deck.
Observatory?
An observatory deck where you can take pictures and see all of Interlaken in the valley below.
The altitude's getting to us.
I know.
It's like, as soon as you get up here, the air is just so much thinner. And
like talking is a workout.
Yeah. So So we are officially at the highest point in Interlaken, although it's not even close to the highest point around this region. It's about the fourth of the way to Jungfrau, I believe.
Yes.
Just think about that. As high as we are, it's not even close to as high as it gets.
Hard to believe.
All right, now for the special dinner.
This is the only hint you'll get.
Maybe that too.
We said we weren't going to drink in Switzerland because we couldn't afford it, but the water here was $9 and this was $6.
So this is a Ringgenberg on draft. This is from Interlaken.
Finally trying fondue. We've got some bread, the main event, of course, the cheese, and we also have some potatoes. I'm gonna start with the bread first, though. Now for the potato. That's good stuff.
So interestingly enough, fondue was actually first a peasant's food. It was just kind of made out of everything else that was left over, stale bread and cheese. You could melt down. I guess the royals and everyone else started figuring out that hot cheese is pretty good. And now, fast forward all these years later, this is the thing to have in the mountains. And I can see why. Gruyere cheese. Can't beat it.
Fondue really is one of the greatest success stories. First a peasant food, and now people come all over the world and pay an arm and a leg for this.
I am truly amazed by the portion. It was perfect for the amount of bread and potatoes we had. Like, I hate when either you have a lot left after all the stuff is gone, or if you run out of dip too early. Neither of those things are good. This was perfectly planned out. They have it down to a science. As much as we'd love to stay all night, we have to go back because the funicular is in, what, 8 minutes?
Time's a ticking.
So we got to catch that, and then we got to get a bus back. Also, there's rain moving in from the west. It's definitely, that's our cue. We got to go back. But
Wow.
What-
What an experience.
what
honestly.
a first day in Switzerland. I can't wait to see what we do from here.